So after months of casting news and rumours surrounding the plot of Christopher Nolan's next film, we finally have an official confirmation from Universal Pictures surrounding what the director's next project actually is. It's been announced that Christopher Nolan is making an adaptation of Homer's The Odyssey and will be using new IMAX technology to film it. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing all the new details surrounding Nolan's next film and what I think towards the news. Before I get into it though, if you want to see more content on the director and the upcoming Odyssey film, then don't forget to support this upload by giving it a like rating and subscribing to the channel. But without further ado, let's dive into the confirmation of Christopher Nolan's next movie. So Christopher Nolan's upcoming project with Universal Pictures has now been revealed, and the film is titled The Odyssey, a cinematic adaptation of the ancient epic poem by Homer dating back to the 8th century BCE. As revealed previously, Nolan's upcoming film will feature an impressive cast, including Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, and Charlize Theron. But now Universal have shared an official announcement which reads, Christopher Nolan's next film The Odyssey is a mythic action epic shot across the world using brand new IMAX film technology. The film brings Homer's foundational saga to IMAX film screens for the first time and opens in theatres everywhere on July 17th, 2026. Homer's timeless epic recounts the adventures of Odysseus, the king of Ithaca, as he navigates the 10-year path back home following the Trojan War. As he travels, he encounters a variety of bizarre and dangerous creatures, only to come back home and be welcomed by suitors competing for his wife's affection. This narrative delves into profound themes such as bravery, fidelity, cleverness, and the battle against the whims of the gods. Among the memorable moments are his confrontations with the Cyclops Polyphemus, the enchanting sirens, and the sorceress Circe, ultimately leading to the reunion with his beloved wife, Penelope. This story further centers around a father who is estranged from his children and embarks on a monumental quest to reunite with them. So with the recent re-release of his film Interstellar, this theme may resonate with you. To be honest, in referencing Nolan's earlier films, this project appears to be a synthesis of all of his thematic explorations to date, presented as an epic Greek myth. But while saying that, when it comes to genre, mythical action is not one that Nolan has tackled before. The filmmaker recently said that Gladiator 2 was his favourite movie of 2024, and now he's tackling his own historical epic. Also, something that I thought was quite interesting was that 2 decades ago, Christopher Nolan was considered to helm a film adaptation of Troy based on the Iliad. Now, fast forward 20 years, and he is both writing and directing a new adaptation of Homer's sequel, The Odyssey. This marks the most significant adaptation of the text so far, but it's worth noting that the poem has also seen many other adaptations in the past too. A few include the 1954 film Ulysses and the 1997 miniseries The Odyssey. Additionally, the poem has inspired works such as James Joyce's Ulysses, the Penelopiad, Star Trek Odyssey, and the Coen brothers' O Brother, Where Art Thou? Currently, The Odyssey is set to begin filming in the first quarter of next year. This will be Christopher Nolan's second project with Universal, following the success of his Best Picture winning film Oppenheimer. And as mentioned in my previous video, the planned release in July of 2026 aligns with the typical timeline Nolan has established for his summer blockbusters. So what do I think of the news surrounding Christopher Nolan's next movie? Well, as usual, Christopher Nolan consistently seeks to expand the limits of his own creativity, striving to challenge both himself and his audience with big ideas and thought-provoking narratives. This seems like another example of him doing so, exploring a new genre with the mythical epic, using new technology to capture that, and then bringing on board an all-star cast to take on some big roles. There is a few casting guesses going around, and to be honest, I quite like the one from Nolan Art and Updates. They guess that Matt Damon will be playing Odysseus, Tom Holland as his son Telemachus, Anne Hathaway as Penelope, Zendaya as Athena, Charlize Theron as Circe, Lupita Nyong'o as Calypso, and Robert Pattinson as Poseidon. Again, it's all just guesses at this point, but it is interesting to think about leading up to filming, which is starting soon. I'm also intrigued to see what this new IMAX technology involves, and whether, like Oppenheimer, it includes creating a new format to shoot film on. There's some crazy battles with creatures in this project, so I wonder how he's going to go about tackling that and filming it. Maybe it's to do with the new technology he is working on. The director, renowned for championing the use of celluloid film, is poised to challenge the limits of cinema once again by integrating cutting-edge film techniques in today's digital landscape. And as a whole, I think this film is one of the biggest risks that Nolan has ever taken, as the source material has long been thought of as unfilmable. But I guess if anyone can pull off the almost impossible, then it's director Christopher Nolan, as the filmmaker has proved over multiple genres, time-jumping films, and intricate narratives that he can delve into the difficult and deliver something extraordinary. I hope that this will be the case once again with his take on the mythical epic, but at this early point, I would be lying if I didn't stress how hard this will be to adapt. I will be going a lot more into the story behind Nolan's next film in a later video, so stick around for that if you want to know more about how Nolan might go about adapting the project. But for now, I am really excited to see what he'll do, and I think it will be fascinating to see what his approach will be when it comes to writing and filming such a film. But that was my video discussing the announcement of Christopher Nolan's next film. I'm really interested to see what updates we get over the coming months, as Nolan and his team are due to begin production very soon. I'm guessing we'll get a few more casting updates, some set pics from the set, and then next July, the first teaser for the movie. The reason I mention this is because Nolan traditionally releases his teaser trailers in theaters exactly a year before the movie releases. With the Superman movie releasing in July, I wouldn't be surprised if the trailer was attached to that film. Obviously, it is quite early days, so we'll just have to see how next year's movie schedule lines up and what film he does attach the trailer to. But let me know down below in the comments section what you think towards the news of Nolan's next film, alongside your predictions for what his take might entail. For much more content on Christopher Nolan and his future projects, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating and follow me on social media via the links in the description. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.